Alrighty, welcome back. This is Aussie Gamer 17 and welcome to another edition of Achievement College. This is my step-by-step guide to getting you that gamer score. Okay, and today we are playing Outer Wilds. It's an indie developed game available on Xbox Game Pass, and I definitely recommend that you pick it up and have a look, even if you're only after achievements and some cheap, easy gamer score. So let's do it. Today we are going to be grabbing the achievement Deep Impact, and you get that by breaking through the current on the planet Giants Deep, and that'll make a lot more sense in just a second, so let's go. Okay, so here we are at the very start of the game, at the starting location. Now if you've already got the launch codes on a previous run, you can just head up this elevator and take off in your ship. If you haven't got the launch codes and you don't know how to grab them, I'm going to do that right now. And that's how we are going to then be able to take off and grab this achievement. But of course, if you've already got them, you can skip the video ahead until we take off. All right, what we want to do is head up here and we're looking for the observatory. And we're going to speak to Hornfels at the observatory and he is going to give us the launch codes. So heading it down this way, up here, follow the sign that says observatory, this direction, around to our right, another sign leading us to the observatory, through here, and once we get to the top here, can turn around to your right and right again and head all the way down here. You can almost see the entrance now. Cross this little bridge on top of the waterfall, and that's the doorway there that we're heading for, and this is the observatory. Head inside, ignore those guys there. Head up the top, so up around this I was going to say spiral staircase, but they're not stairs, are they? And once we're at the top, go and talk to this guy right here. And we don't have to worry about what he's saying. Obviously, oops, wrong button there. Okay. Oh, God. Here they are. All right, there's the launch codes. I must have pushed the right button. So get the launch codes off him. Now that we've got them, we can return to the starting location. So let's head back down, and I'll skip the video back to the starting location. Okay, so once you've got your launch codes, what we want to do is head up the elevator to our ship, and you can do that by entering the launch codes right here. Let's do that. It'll send the elevator up towards our ship, and then all you want to do is move forward and into your ship. Alright, you can put on your suit if you want to, but we're not going to need it for this particular achievement. Straight into the cockpit and buckle up. And we're just going to launch straight up in the air using right trigger. And once we're up in the air enough, all we want to do is look around and find ourselves the green planet. Not the green one that we just came from, but the one that looks, I guess, like it's covered in ocean. And I'm just not finding it just yet. It's going to be right behind me or something. Oh, I'm getting dizzy. I'm getting dizzy, but I'm not finding it. Oh, there it is. There it is. And to make sure it's the right one, we're going to press left thumbstick in, and it says Giants Deep. And now we are going to go backwards. You can see there it says 24 kilometers. That's how far we are away from the planet at the moment. We want to go backwards until we get to around 300 kilometers before we start putting on forward thrusters. The speed that we're going to be at, we want to end up around 450, 470, or even more kilometers away from Giants Deep. As I'm going back here, I'm just going to show you how these white dots that you can see on the side and the top of that little, I guess, HUD there. What they are, they're telling you whether you're lined up with the planet or not. So we need to move to our right. If I use my right thrusters, you see the line disappear left and right. And with it being the white dots on the top there, if I use my right trigger to thrust upwards, the dots will appear on the right. So if we use left trigger, they disappear and end up back at the top. So you want them gone as much as possible. And now we need to move to our right as well. Okay, and that there means the bottom number, the minus 2,000 or nearly 3,000 meters per second, that means we're going backwards at 3,000 meters per second right now. Lining these white dots up is not so important while we're going backwards. It's going to be much, much more important when we start approaching Giants Deep. But for now, go backwards until we get to around 300 kilometers, and then it's going to take us quite a while to slow back down and start going forwards again. So here we go, we're getting close to 300 kilometers away. And as soon as I hit 300, I'm then going to start pressing it forward on the left thumbstick right now. Okay, and just keep an eye on those white dots now. What you want to do is not have them there as much as you can. Oops, I pressed the right thumbstick instead of the left. There we go. When there's no white dots and white arrows, it means you are perfectly lined up. And that's going to become more and more important and harder the closer we get to Giants Deep. You see there, we're still 400 kilometers away, getting further and further away still, because we are still trying to slow ourselves down and then go forwards and start approaching the planet. You can actually get too far away from the planet as well, and what will happen if you're too far away is you'll have too much speed and you'll crash into the core of the planet and die, and you won't actually get the achievement, I don't think. Now I don't want to be too much more than 500. Okay, so it looks like I probably misremembered that, and we probably could have slowed down a little bit earlier, but that's okay. What I will do is just make sure that we're not going too fast on our approach, but for now we need to slow down as quickly as we can. Here we go, we're nearly back to zero. And I'm going to change things up just a tiny bit once we're going forward, because we're a little bit further away than what I wanted to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward until we get close to 500 kilometers away, and then I'm going to slow down just a tiny bit, because like I said, you can actually go too fast, but you do need to be at least 450 to 470 away and start your approach from there to get enough speed. So it's about finding the right speed. Now the further away we are, the more speed we're going to generate as we approach the planet. Alright, so I'm just going to stay at this speed. So we're at 1400 meters per second. I'm going to stay at this speed until we get under the 500 kilometer mark. But if you're starting around this mark now, you could just start at 0 and start speeding up from here. Alright, and you can see there that we are perfectly lined up. All the white dots just appeared temporarily there. And as we get closer now to Giants Deep, it's going to be harder to keep those white dots away. So to break the current is basically a body of water completely surrounding the entire planet, and it's moving at a very, very fast pace, the current. And in order to get beneath that current, we have to hit this planet with our ship extremely fast. Oops, wrong thumbstick again. There we go. So now we are currently going at nearly 4,000 meters per second, and we have another 350 kilometers to travel, which the closer we get, the quicker that number is going to go down. So you watch, it's all of a sudden the planet will be right on us, or we'll be right on you, and we'll grab this achievement hopefully. And just keep an eye on those white dots, but the closer we get, the harder it's going to be to keep them at bay. We're over 5,000 meters per second now. And only 180 kilometers to go. "100 kilometers. We'll be there in no time now. Here it comes. Keeping those dots away. This is good. And there we go. And we got through the current. And we're at the core of the planet, this blue electrical field. There's the achievement, guys. I know I had a lot of trouble figuring that one out, so hopefully this helps you guys out. Hopefully you got that gamer score. Remember to give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Plenty more achievement guides to come. Don't forget to check out my Twitch channel. I did stream this game. We got about 600 gamer score in one session last night as I was streaming this one. But this is one of the ones that I was having a lot of trouble with. Thought I'd make a guide for you guys. So please follow me there. Subscribe here on YouTube. And oh, there's the bell, guys. You know what that means. Class dismissed.